I have, since I started doing this, I have my own website too, which is called the Nox Gigas study, which is night giant in Latin. And I have a European contagion theory that I have put on that website, where I believe that we have folklore, pre-folklore from Native American, and then post-folklore, which is the current science period that we're in. And we have kind of a corroborative approach to this, that when Europeans came into the Americas, they negatively affected the Native American population, and we know at least 50 to 80% of the population was wiped out by contagion of smallpox and other diseases that were brought here, largely because of the farming practices of Europeans. They had their animals close to them and kept them in confined areas. Native Americans did more free range and I believe that's what the Sasquatch does. They let their animals free range. So these diseases spread rapidly. By the time Lewis and Clark got to Ponca, up Niobrara, the Ponca tribe, there was 1,000 people that were in the Ponca tribe. By the time Lewis and Clark came through there, it was down to 100. So that's a good almost 90% of their population were wiped out by either smallpox or other diseases. I believe that Sasquatch, being close enough, either a relative or close enough genetically, that they were susceptible to the same thing. And I think through the folklore, we have also, I was reading this John Green's book, that there was a salmon runs in Washington State, and they, through the Native Americans who lived there, they said that they used to see the Sasquatches up and down the river during these salmon runs, and then post-smallpox, they no longer saw them. So there's other evidence in other areas of the world. The Homo floresius in that island in Indonesia, when the Dutch and the settlers came in there, they had the Homo bongo or whatever, which was a small ape-type humanoid living there. Once the Dutch settlers and those came in, they no longer saw them. So I think there was some predisposition for this, and we know that in the plague in Europe also. There probably was some effect of that.